In world of higher education, there's this really important process that works kind of behind the scenes to make sure everything's up to snuff. It's called academic accreditation. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this whole framework that really underpins a university's value and our trust in it.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with the big question. Think about it. There are so many options out there. How do you, or your parents, or even an employer, really know if a university is offering a top-notch education? How do we tell the great ones from, well, the not-so-great ones? What's the seal of approval we can actually trust?
Well, that's where accreditation comes in. Think of it as a formal, heavy-duty quality check. It's the super rigorous process where an entire institution gets measured against a set of established benchmarks. It's all about verifying that their academics, their administration, the whole shebang, is meeting a high standard.
So let's dig into that a little more. How do we even begin to verify something as complex and as important as the quality of a university education? See, this is about way more than just getting a fancy certificate to hang on the wall. In today's world, everything is connected, right? So accreditation helps standardize what a degree actually means. It ensures that the education you get is credible and recognized, no matter where your career ends up taking you. And making this commitment to quality, well, the stakes are pretty high. But the benefits for any university that achieves this status, they are very, very real. The impact is absolutely huge. For starters, it gives a university's reputation a massive boost, which in turn builds student trust. It means that quality isn't just a promise, it's a proven standard. And for graduates, it seriously strengthens their employability because companies know their degree comes from a place that's been thoroughly vetted. Plus, it opens up doors for international partnerships, and this is crucial, it pushes universities to keep getting better, to keep innovating. And this right here, this quote, it just gets to the very heart of it. The key takeaway is that this isn't just about the institution patting itself on the back. No way. The ultimate goal here is to prove that students, the people who matter most in this equation, are actually getting the high-quality education they signed up for.
Okay, so we know why it's so important, but how does this whole process actually play out? Let's break down the mechanics of it.
So there are basically two main flavors of accreditation. First, you've got institutional accreditation. This one looks at the entire university, the big picture, everything from leadership and finances to student services. Then there's programmatic accreditation. This one zooms way in on a specific program, like the engineering school or the nursing department, to make sure it meets the unique, demanding standards of that particular profession.
And the whole evaluation really rests on four key pillars. First up is governance. Is there clear leadership? Is decision-making transparent? Then there's curriculum quality. Is what they're teaching actually relevant and up-to-date? Next, faculty qualifications, which basically asks, are the professors and instructors actual experts in their field? And finally, and this might be the most important one, learning outcomes. Is there actual proof that students are walking away with the knowledge and skills they were promised?
And let me tell you, getting there is a journey. It all starts with this intense self-study, which is kind of like a deep institutional soul-searching. After that, they submit a formal application that gets reviewed by external experts, their peers. Then comes the on-site visit, where the accrediting team comes to campus to see everything firsthand. Finally, a decision is made. But it doesn't just stop there. The whole point is to keep getting better, so it's all about continuous improvement.
But as you can imagine, that journey is far from easy. Let's talk about some of the major hurdles that universities face when they decide to go down this demanding path.
So what do you think the single biggest hurdle is? It might actually surprise you. It's data. We are talking about organizing and making sense of absolutely massive volumes of academic information. Everything from student test scores and course evaluations to faculty publications and curriculum changes. It is a truly monumental task. And that one big data problem creates a whole bunch of other headaches. Like, how do you make sure the quality in the history department is just as high as in the physics department if you don't have a central way to track it all? How do you make grading and assessments fair and consistent across the board? All of this is made even harder by the fact that there's always limited time and resources. It just makes it incredibly difficult to track progress over time. So, if the challenges are that big, what's the solution? Well, today, technology is providing a really powerful, modern answer to these problems that have been around for a long, long time. And the shift is pretty dramatic. The old way was all manual, super slow, and just begging for errors. Just picture mountains of spreadsheets and paper reports.
The new way, it's all built on centralized data systems, automated analytics, and streamlined workflows. It just makes the entire process so much more efficient and, honestly, more reliable.
These modern platforms, they tackle those hurdles we talked about head on. They have tools that make assessments consistent, which cuts down on human error. They can automatically generate all those data-driven reports, saving just an incredible amount of time. And what's really cool is they help pinpoint the exact areas that need work, which makes that whole continuous improvement thing a tangible reality, not just some buzzword.
So, at the end of the day, accreditation really is the bedrock of trust in higher education. But as we look ahead, with things like AI, remote learning, and totally new skill demands, it leads to one last big question to chew on. As education keeps evolving, how will our very definition of what quality even means change right along with it?